Hello everyone, welcome back again to Spiritual Growth Tarot and Astrology. I'm Denise, and as you can see I'm using the Radiant Wise Spirit Tarot today by Lo Scarabeo. It's a nice deck. The cards, oops, well I guess that one wanted to come out. The cards, yeah, this is Virgo season. The cards are glossy. And very, very thick, so the deck will last forever unless you get lotion or something on it that makes the cards sticky. But then you could wipe them off. So, anywho, today the moon is in Gemini, and it's already this morning, 6 a.m. It's at 8 degrees. And conjunct Mars at 14 degrees, it's going to get into a really tight orb. So this is definitely another one of those days to watch our tongues, be careful as to our words. The moon in Gemini goes quick, and Mars in Gemini goes really quick. So because it's also squaring Venus, we're having Mars square Venus right now. We're going to want to be very careful about any negative self-talk that may come out, may be coming through. Getting ready to clear out is what I meant to say. Don't let it shine the light. Let it shine the light on whatever, let the light come in. Let yourself talk to yourself, basically, right? So let your adult self hear whatever your child self may need to say, and our child selves can be very full of creativity. But if there's some healing that needs to come up, because of course Virgo is all about healing and harvesting, so don't let your mind get away with things that you shouldn't be taking in. Let the light shine on what's coming through, like any negative thought about yourself or anyone else. Go ahead, you heard it, right? You're thinking it, or you're seeing it, or whatever. And then do your best to not take it in. Just stop and let it go. You can put down all those swords and let it go. Because the Hermit is all about self-reflection, going deep down inside, getting in touch with who you truly are. It's about deep, inner understanding. It's about self-reflection, of course. It's about enlightening ourselves as to who we truly are. So it's a good day for doing a lot of soul searching and being happy. Like, do the soul searching into like where you're not happy, and then ask yourself why. And don't let yourself off the hook until you find that answer, because it's all about bringing in as much happiness into your life as you possibly can. So with the Seven of Swords, we are sometimes in that place where we are deceiving ourselves. And other times it could be someone who's deceiving us. And maybe now we know that they've been deceiving you in the past. And now you can trust your gut feelings with the Hermit. If that's the case, then you might want to just let that go and move on. Don't let them take advantage of you anymore, especially if it's somebody who's stolen something from you. Now, another take on it could be if you're doing a lot of soul searching to find your inner light, everything that is covering up your inner light has to be revealed. And we go through life trying to manipulate life with our ego, just coming from our ego. But we don't ever get rid of our ego as we're humans. And even when we go back home to our natural spirit, we still have our unique personality. But the ego steps aside. In the highest realms, the ego don't know if it totally steps aside, or it feels to me like it's more of just that place where you can be completely one. Like, when you're in ego, when you're in your unhealthy ego, which is either overblown because you want it your way and you think you know what's right and everybody else is just lame, or you're shrinking, like the shrinking violet, and I'm just so wrong all the time. Anytime you're saying always or never, you're pretty much in duality, right? And on Earth, we have to accept that it's it's not life and death if we're life or death if we're wrong or if we make a mistake. We're not bad just because we make mistakes. And we're not good because we're right all the time, because that's just not possible. Right? So it's acceptance. It's all about acceptance. You can be right or wrong and still be loved. You can be right or wrong or right and wrong. We can all be right and wrong at the same time, basically, if you can get your mind around that paradox. So, but most of all, when we're doing our deep soul searching to find our inner light, we are going to have to, at some point, at many points in the juncture, face where we try and manipulate life to make ourselves feel better about ourselves. And that includes manipulating others, because the Seven of Swords is our primo card for manipulation. So we might have to maybe this is the best day for some soul searching with the Hermit, to shine the light on where we've been manipulating others in order to feel better about ourselves. Do we have a forcing current, a demand? Do we have a demand coming out of ourselves that says, see me, hear me? And you have to have the last word, right? Are you getting in arguments? With Mars in Gemini squaring Venus in Virgo, arguments abound, especially in relationships and especially about money. And with Mercury retrograde in Libra opposing Jupiter in Aries, yeah, again, same thing, with relationships. So sometimes the Virgo energy with the Hermit can bring in guilt for where we're trying to get away from, trying to get away with something from someone else. We're trying to deceive someone else, basically, and manipulate. So if the light is shining through on that pattern today, just thank your higher self for revealing it to you. And don't beat yourself up about it. Not at all. But you have to know what it is before you can make the changes, before you can stop and turn around and go in a different direction. And trust all of your clairs, trust your clear sight, trust your clairvoyance, trust your clairaudience, which would be your hearing, trust your claircognizance, that deep inner knowing that comes from the third chakra, right? Your clear sight, clear vision, clairvoyance will come from your sixth chakra. Clairaudience will come from your fifth chakra. Your claircognizance will come from your third chakra, solar plexus area. And then some people are clairsentient, where we empath, where we feel things, taste things, hear things. Sometimes it's all at once, and sometimes it's just one thing or the other, but then you're feeling it in your body, and it's like, oh, that's when all your chakras are open. So it doesn't matter which one's open as long as you get the message, right? So that, I think that's it for today. Thanks, you guys. Take good care. Bye.